The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? But everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield. We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the 29, Jackson flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Jackson. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points when you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Come on, set 70, Indy.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Going long here for Wallace. And that'll be incomplete. Now they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
This is taken at the 15. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
A first down there on a pickup of 25. On first and 10, it's Jackson. Steps away. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Go. You. Seriously. 58 to mine. 50.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Come on, fellas.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
At the 30-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5.
We got 3.
To throw is Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a third and long.
Who's that? Is that yours? Who's that? Mike 40. I'm on. Hey, kill. Hey, 40's Mike, right there. 40's Mike.
Now it's gone. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to make it fourth down. Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at about the 14. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Samson Abukum. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
It's second down.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Now it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by David Long. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys, let's go. Come on, capitalize on this one.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Hey, Haywood! I'm coming! I'm coming! I'm coming! 40's Mike! 40's Mike! Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up.
Goff now to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 4 yards the pickup, first down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
What do you think, Brandon? I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
Cut! Like 20! 14! 14!
Again they run with Gurley. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 16.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Now gone. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And it's taken in at the 9. They'll be hard-pressed to match that one. That a 65-yard punt. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Switch! Alert 3!
Right back to him on first down. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 76 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. Are you talk about the dominating rushing performances that you and I have seen together, this has got to be right up there. His 4th touchdown run of the game and another long one to boot.
And I don't need to ask for a witness because you're right here with me. We are watching this, and we're watching such a performance that is demoralizing for anyone on defense. You know, it starts out coaches screaming, tackle him, get him. And after that last touchdown, it is pure silence on that side of the ball.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Kane. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. Now a draw play for Gurley. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16.
Bravo.
They'll set up a throw. Throw left side on target to Kane, complete. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first. Here's Johnny Hecker now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did...
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there. An 80-yard touchdown as his guys continue to pour it on. 1 play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. There's Goff. That's complete into the hands of Myers. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. A gain of 6 there on first. He'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Goff. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Goff now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far, 1st and 10. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. Defensively, it was Tremont Smith with a tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Goff. They'll find Everett there, complete. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This will be 3rd and 5. They're going to look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
And the ball is knocked out, and now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around. We just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 40.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try to run this one in. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Steal, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 35-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Three down. No. Off.
They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Even though positive yardage was gained on that play, I think the defense has to be happy. Obviously, they were prepared for some trick plays coming into the game, and they looked very aware that those could happen on any given down.
Delayed give, Goff to Gurley. Call it a gain of 5, 4th down now. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
It's 4th down.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Steele. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong.
On 3rd down, it's Steele. And he's into the clear. 30. 10, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Yeah, can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to, because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
Tucker now to add the point after. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Ravens 49, Rams nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room and get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes, Coach, say that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
On the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line, execution as you look forward and get ready for your next game, and a message to your team. We're not going to quit. No matter what the battle is, we're going to finish this thing out.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Baltimore, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for L.A., they fall to defeat for the second time this season. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL